back again with the trust architect Lee Brovadani, who's written the book called Trust Me, as we're all coming out of this lockdown period, spending more time outdoors, encountering other people, whether it's at a store or now restaurants or just on the streets of Philadelphia or wherever you happen to be. Talk to us about being in the midst of all these other people that, frankly, we're not sure that we can trust.
And that's a really important thing, because if you're in a store and someone is coming up, everybody's dealing with a lot of emotional things. And so you don't know what kind of a reaction, you don't know what's happening with them behind the scenes. In situations like that, you have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. And the last thing you want to do is get into a shouting match, which usually gets people spitting in each other's faces. So when you get into those situations, trust yourself, which is take yourself out of the situation. Remove yourself, that person who's blocking your way. Instead of, there's been times when I will use humor. And then there's times when you can say, I'm going to go by you very quickly. I've got my mask on. And if they're not wearing their mask, then I wouldn't even engage. I would just find another way to go, because you need to trust yourself. You need to trust your gut, and you need to keep yourself safe, first of all. So you're going to encounter people that, for whatever reason, they're dealing with their own stuff, and you need to trust yourself to be able to take care of yourself. And I don't know if anyone else has found this out, but wearing the mask makes me feel a little bit like I'm have some anonymity, and so people can't really see who I am. So once I put my mask on, I become Superwoman, and I am Superwoman taking care of myself, or if you are Superman, taking care of yourself. So what I want you to do is recognize that your superpower right now comes with that mask, and it's all about being the health person, So I know it might sound a little corny, but when you put that mask on, the reason you're doing it is because you want to stay safe. And in that moment, it is your right to very politely speak up and just say, I'd like to get by you, and if I can just have you turn your head, or whatever you need to do. So I know that it's hard to speak up, so practice. Find a phrase that works for you. A lot of the aisles have directional arrows, so you're supposed to be going in one direction. And when I was shopping, there was one guy who kept coming up the wrong way. I felt like I wanted to be the lane police. And I just looked at him and looked him in the eye and said, you can't see it, but I'm smiling at you and you're going the wrong way.
So that's a nicer way to say some important language.
Part of it is, as women, sometimes we worry too much about someone else's feelings. And this is your health, people. This is you taking care to make sure you're healthy and safe. So, you have to, in a polite way, like I said, you don't want to get confrontational, but you have to speak up. Trust me, how important it is. The reason I say trust me is because it's kind of an overused phrase. So trust me, and the bottom line of that is restoring belief and confidence in an uncertain world. And the world right now is pretty darn uncertain.
I'll say, right. Well, thank you so much, Lee Brovadani. Your book references so many great, important trust issues that we are using in the real world, in this very uncertain world right now. So we appreciate your thoughts and your good suggestions here at the Help and Healing Hangout.